Nothing's up. We left our room, headed left.
And ended up here.
Sigma, let me see that map you found earlier.
That's the same as the map we found in the lounge.
Oh, we found something like that too. Our room was an infirmary.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
This is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looks like the ones we saw earlier.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh, no, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
No. Looks like we don't have a choice then. We gotta head back. Clover, how about you show him that note we found?
Oh, okay, hold on.
Huh? Was it something about supplementary rules? 'Cause we found a note just like that. It was in the infirmary.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
So, this is the crew quarters, huh?
Just as the note said. We had no trouble getting in here.
That means we can go to the infirmary or the lounge.
Yeah, we can check out any of them.
Hey, look, Grandpa! They got a poster of a lady in here! It looks like the ones you got back home!
This one's pretty hot. I think we're talking at least 14, maybe even 15 EU.
Agreed.
I sure would like to take it home with me. Unfortunately, I don't think this is really the time for that. Let's keep moving. Let's go, buddy. I can't wait to get out of here and back to my, grandpa videos.
Oh, you mean the ones you keep in the locked cabinet?
Shh! You're being too loud, Quark. You have to say these things quietly.
Finally done? You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, B.O. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, do you really need me to spell it out?
Forget it.
That's a good boy. Alrighty, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game. Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex Game!
Wait, what's Ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
What's the Nonary Game?
That refers to the whole enchilada. The Nonary Game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex Game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Bio?
Arrogant little bastard.
Well, that's just how I am, so you better get used to it. Now, could I have you all move to the AB room, please? I'll give you more specifics once everyone's inside. I think it'll probably be easier to understand that way.
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Something wrong? What are you talking about? Of course there isn't anyone here. Let's get inside. This looks just like the room we woke up in. That screen. Shit! The hell are you doing, you idiot? Did you even read what it said? Once you press that button, it locks the door for 40 minutes. Now, thanks to your stupid ass, we're stuck in here for almost an hour. Yes, really.
Hey! Looks like everybody's closed their AB gates. That's the door to the AB room, silly. You're in the AB room right now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be continuing my earlier explanation. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mano a mano, or mano a womano. Well, there are 2 people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Alas and went through the cyan door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Alas. And it goes the other way too. Alas's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Clevo's enemy will be Tamioli. and BO and Quirk's enemy will be Mooney! Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
All you guys have to do
Is pick! Just pick one of those easy options! Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view. So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they.
and you'll all get a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside.
We call that the best pals outcome.
Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome.
Somebody did that to me. Let's skin them and stew them with some taters.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely 0 change in BP.
Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome.
As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The 2 of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points, though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get. Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually, there's a little bit more, but it'll just have to wait, I guess. Hush now. It'll be okay.
30 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Anyway, I've gotta hop along now. Don't do something harebrained and wait until the last minute. You got plenty of time, so think it out. Bye-bye now. Have a nice trust.
About the AB game? Yeah, it's a tough call. This is really kind of an interesting game. Seems like it's based on the prisoner's dilemma. You've never heard of it? It's a thought experiment that uses game theory to examine why people do or don't cooperate. Let's say Apple and Banana have committed a serious crime. I just gave them the first names I thought of. They don't mean anything. Anyway, Apple and Banana are caught by the police and sent off to separate cells far away from one another. In other words, there's no way for them to contact each other. And they're not like telepaths or something. So that's the setup. You following me? So, a detective shows up. He visits each cell and tells them both exactly the same thing. It goes something like this.
You can both clam up if that's what you want. We're gonna have to put you both in the slammer for 2 years if you do. Now, if you flip on your pal over there, tell me everything. I can get your sentence reduced to 1 year. That means your buddy will serve 15, but that ain't your problem, right? Of course, if he decides to spill the beans, it goes the other way. He gets 1 year, and you get to spend 15 years eating government cheese. You're probably wondering if both of you confess. Well, I can shave off a little time for saving me trouble, but you'll still both do 10 years. So, punk, what's it gonna be? Gonna give me what I want, or you gonna keep that trap shut? Of course, I told your partner the same thing I just told you. I wonder if you can trust him to keep the cat in the bag. No rush. I'll give you plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah. What would you do? Say you were in Apple or Banana's shoes. Interesting. But you're forgetting something important. That Banana will be thinking the same thing. So you'll both confess, and you'll both end up serving 10 years. Do you get it? If you both trusted each other, then neither of you would have served more than 2 years. But because you both made the decision based on your own self-interest, you're gonna spend 8 more years in prison. In other words, the logical decision leads not only to a less desirable outcome on the group level, but also a pretty shitty situation on the personal level too. You see now? The AB game is the prisoner's dilemma. Yeah, but this is where it gets interesting. Let's say for a moment all 9 of us are on one team. Who would we be playing against? Right. So we can assume the 9 of us are fighting 0 in the AB game. If you look at it that way, what would we want to do to beat him? Just look at the point totals. Say we all picked Ally. What would our total points be? Okay, now let's say one of the pairs chooses Betray. Yeah. So, what does that tell you? Exactly. In this game, if each individual acts for the benefit of the whole group, everyone benefits. But if everyone starts looking out for themselves, it'll impact the group negatively. And eventually, it'll impact them negatively too. If all of us choose Betray, then the group gets 0 points. Ultimately, nobody benefits, not even the individual. In other words, selfish but logical decisions hurt everyone, and they hurt you. No, I mean the opposite. If you're going to make the most logical choice here, the only option is Betray. No, I didn't. It's not the prisoner's solution. It's the prisoner's dilemma. Even though there's an outcome where everybody's happy, the choice you'd have to make for that outcome isn't the rational one. You want to pick it, but you can't. A dilemma. If we choose Ally and Alice does too, then yes, it'll be great. All 3 of us will get 2 points. That would be ideal, obviously. And it would help everybody. But what if Alice chooses Betray? Right. And if that happens, we're screwed. So
20 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
unless we can be certain that Alice will choose Ally, we don't have a choice. We have to choose Betray. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to know that for certain. That means we have to make the rational choice. It would be great to make the right choice, but we can't. Oh, knock it off. This is getting old. What about you? Are you working with Zero? You're too calm. You wake up trapped in some kind of twisted game and it doesn't even faze you? That hardly seems normal. Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Maybe you actually do know me. Sigma. Just let it go. Our time's up. This is it. Before it ends, I wanted to tell you thanks. You know we're about to die, but you still stuck with me. So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye. What's wrong? Saw what? Explosion? Whoa, Sigma! Calm down! What are you talking about? What is it now? It hurts? You know, you said it hurt when you first woke up in the AB room, too. Are you all right? Maybe you should rest a little. Of course. I shouldn't have worried.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
What, do you need a translator? If you don't vote fast enough, then it'll set your vote to ally. Make sense? Or do I need to use smaller words? I guess not. We're already in here, though. So we might as well figure out what we're gonna do. What's it gonna be, Sigma? Ally or betray? Well, I didn't say should. I just said we didn't really have a choice. It's completely different. The former is an active opinion. The latter is just passive information. Yeah. we die. If our BP drops to 0, we die. The needles in our bracelets activate. Yeah. I don't know. I swear, I don't. I know somehow. There's just this feeling I've got. Like, that's what'll happen. What? What? What the hell are you talking about? You sounded like a crazy person the first time, too. Seriously, Sigma, are you okay? I think there's something wrong with you.
One minute remains until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Hey, it's almost time. What are you gonna pick? If you aren't going to do it, then You're gonna choose betray, right? Alright, take it away.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said? Then? It's not really a rational decision.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Good. It looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex Game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot. I could ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose ally? Oh, really? All of us, huh? Kay and Clover chose betray too, you know. Yes. I know about the prisoner's dilemma, but everyone picking ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you just met. Well, maybe tender-headed would be a little more appropriate in this case. Oh, was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you.
Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now.
Thank you. I'm so happy you chose ally.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick betray.
What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick betray so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
Oh, Dio, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding! I lied. That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
It was a joke?
Yeah. Man, you really had me going there.
I really surprised you, huh?
So you really were planning to choose ally all along? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh?
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Yes, indeedy. Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to.
it's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
I don't know, can you?
Yeah? So? Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true. Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are! No, yes!
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, B.O. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really. You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep when someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away,
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep! So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round! Ha ha! Oops! I guess it's not gonna be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenmyaldi. Or Siggy. Oh, or maybe Fido. Or maybe everyone? Oh.
What?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules. I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is! Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
I see. Phi Sigma and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
One last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets! Have a look! The color's changed, hasn't it?
So am I.
Me too. It looks like the color wasn't the only thing that changed.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like our groups have changed too. I was a solo last round, but now it says pair.
Wait, really? Mine still says solo.
It looks like Luna and I both changed. Although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite. Mine went from pair to solo.
No change here. Still a pair. I guess this must be magenta. Are you two magenta too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Quark, Clover, and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are pairs. And Miss Clover is a solo?
Looks like it.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right? I'll never see you guys again.
Did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies! You mad? Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?